What are the positive aspects of starting a food truck business? Well, food truck business pro number one, you have the ability to craft your own menu. The chance to actually design your own menu and serve dishes that you come up with is something that nearly every single cook and chef they want to do. Having a food truck gives you a fantastic opportunity to demonstrate your culinary prowess and created a limited menu with specific themes. You also have the ability to construct your own menu items, giving you the flexibility to use family recipes that have been handed down through years of experiment. Now, food truck pro number two, being your own boss is a dream come true for many people. So you're not being directed in what to do, how to accomplish it, or where you should be by anyone. Now, on the other hand, no one is writing you a paycheck for yourself, so that is a con. Even though you don't make a lot of money at first, you have to be willing to work long hours and be motivated to succeed when it comes to a food truck business. Number three, the potential losses are lower than those involved in establishing a traditional restaurant, which cost much more. The reduction of risk should be a major concern for those owners of small businesses. It is a less hazardous approach to enter the restaurant business because to lower your initial costs that are required to begin operating a food truck business, many chefs get their start in food trucks and then go on to open their own restaurants successfully. Now, on the other hand, some owners of food trucks come to the conclusion that they do not want to run a restaurant because of the substantial risks that are involved, and they decide to focus their energy and resources on expanding their food truck empire instead. Finally, pro number four, there is plentiful amount of opportunity. So when you manage a food truck business, there are a lot of different ways that you can market your company to your customers. You might, for instance, park close to busy office locations while employees take their lunch breaks, cater to summer festivals, or even park at outdoor events all throughout their city. These are but a few examples, but there are a great many other methods in which you can promote your food truck business to attract new customers and the mobility of the food truck. Now, with every business, there are pros and cons. So what are the downsides of actually having a food truck business? So downside number one, your working area will be restricted. Yes, food trucks already have a limited amount of room. Nevertheless, this area will feel considerably more constrained after kitchen appliances, a point-of-sale system, and any other essential culinary items have been added to the truck. Now, each city and municipality establish its own standards for the size of the food trucks, and the majority of them are not very huge. The average allowed square footage in most cities are that floor spaces cannot exceed over 120 square feet. You need to be comfortable in the working area in close quarters because you will be confined to small spaces for extended periods of time. So if you suffer from claustrophobia, running a business as a food truck might not be an ideal choice for you. Number two, you're obligated to follow zoning laws in your area. So despite the fact that your eatery is mobile, you are not allowed to park wherever you like. Most cities' zoning rules that define different certain commercial residential areas. Because of this, the majority of people who run food trucks arrange their schedules several months in advance so that they can apply for permits to park in specific areas within the city. In addition, some areas prohibit mobile food vendors from parking in the same locations for more than 2 consecutive days, which means that maintaining compliance with the regulations requires careful planning and understanding. In addition, it is essential to keep in mind that many cities, owners of food trucks are required to comply with parking limits and pay for parking at the same manner as drivers do. Now, as a result of this, you need to ensure that you have enough money set aside in the budget to cover your costs for your parking fees. Number three downside, you will need to have the financial means available to pay for upcoming repairs to your food truck. The online estimates that price food trucks can range anywhere from $40,000 to $120,000 because they lack financial resources necessary to purchase a brand new vehicle. A lot of food truck owners make do with an older truck that they end up customizing. This is a process that can be both expensive and time consuming, and additionally the construction specifications for the legal mobile food unit may vary from state. Because of this, it is imperative that you have thorough understanding of the rules in your state before you purchase a vehicle or even make modifications to an older one. In addition, while purchasing a used food truck might save you money in the beginning, the vehicle breaks down, the repairs might end up adding up and costing more in the long run. In addition to this, during the time that the vehicle is being fixed, you will be unable to provide services to your customers, which of course will lose revenue. Downside number four, the level of competition in the industry is relatively high for food trucks. It is crucial to be aware that food truck industry is a competitive one before you decide to create your own food truck business. Many would-be business owners want to launch their own food truck operations, which isn't surprising given that there is a desire among customers for meals that can be prepared quickly and at a low cost. So for instance, there are more than 400 mobile eateries vying for your business in Portland, Oregon alone. Before you launch your company, you need to ensure that you have a concept that is both original and in demand in the region that you plan to serve. So with that being said, those are 4 pros and of course 4 cons of starting a food truck business in 2023. There's a lot of opportunity out there for food truck businesses, but you need to be aware of specific regulations, parking, and the idea of actually retrofitting or pulling together an older food truck and creating something from scratch. So if you have any questions about creating your food truck business, let us know down below. If this is your first video, of course, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you guys